The room is quiet, lit only by the glow of the chart in front of you. Your hand rests on the mouse, but you don't click yet. You're staring at the market as if it's staring back at you, daring you, whispering to you. Somewhere deep inside, you feel that pull, the tension, the urge, the itch. The same feeling that has wiped out more traders than bad strategies ever have. You can feel it in your chest. That little panic, that little push, that voice saying, if you don't enter now, you'll miss it. And in this moment, even though you know better, even though you've promised yourself you won't fall for it again, that voice feels louder than your logic. This is FOMO, and tonight, we're going to pull it apart layer by layer until you understand exactly why it controls you and exactly how to break free from it forever. Take a slow breath in. Feel your body relaxing into the moment. Because for the next several hours, we're going to go deep into your trading mind, deeper than charts, deeper than strategy, deeper than technical analysis. We're going to travel into the part of your brain that acts before you think, the part that panics before it reasons, the part that trades before it understands. And by the time this is over, you will not be the same trader who started this video. I want you to imagine a moment from your own trading history. One of those moments you don't like to talk about. A moment where you entered a trade too early, or too late, or for no reason at all. Maybe you had no strategy, just a feeling. Maybe you saw a big candle, and your chest tightened. Maybe you watched the market run without you, and you felt that burning shame, that internal voice that hissed, see? You should have taken it. Why didn't you take it? You're missing out. Everyone else is entering. You're too slow. You're falling behind. That voice is not your friend. It never was. This script is not just about how to overcome FOMO. It's about transforming you into someone who doesn't even feel FOMO anymore. Someone who trades with calmness, clarity, and conviction. Someone who sees opportunity everywhere, not because the market is perfect, but because their mind is. Someone who understands that missing a trade is not a mistake. Chasing one is. Now breathe slowly, in and out, because the cure to FOMO begins not with information, but with rhythm, with slowing down. The faster your emotions move, the worse your decisions become. The slower your emotions are, the clearer everything feels. Your breath is your anchor. And from this point forward, whenever you feel FOMO in your real trading life, this slow breath will return to your mind. Picture this scene. A trader named Daniel sits at his desk, staring at gold. He has a plan. He wrote in his journal an hour ago. Wait for price to return to the zone before entering. No exceptions, but then it happens. A sudden explosion in price. A big green candle that rushes upward like it's trying to escape gravity. Daniel feels his heart drop into his stomach. His hands begin to sweat. He leans closer to the screen as if being physically closer will help. And then that voice comes back, the same voice you've heard before. The voice that lives inside every impulsive trader. If you don't enter now, you'll miss the whole move. What if this is the big one? What if it never comes back? He clicks buy, not because his plan told him, not because his strategy told him, because his fear told him. But the market does what it always does to emotional traders, it punishes them. Minutes later the candle retraces, falls, folds back into the level he originally planned to wait for. The spot where he was supposed to enter. But now he's in drawdown. And that pain of being wrong, mixed with the shame of ignoring his own plan, crushes him. He closes in panic, and then, of course, the market goes right back up. You know that feeling. We've all lived that scene. That moment you're watching your own stupidity play out on the screen like a movie you've already seen but still can't stop watching. That moment when you promise yourself, never again, even though you've said it 100 times. In this script, we're going to break that cycle for good. Let's go deeper. FOMO is not caused by the market. It's caused by time. More specifically, it's caused by your relationship with time. When you think you're falling behind, you rush. When you think opportunity is rare, you chase. When you think everyone else is winning and you're the only one losing, you panic. FOMO is born from scarcity. The belief that you don't have enough. That you're not enough. That opportunities are slipping away. That your timeline is too slow. That you need to win now or your whole future is in danger. But here's the truth. The market creates thousands of opportunities every week. You only need a few. The only scarcity that exists is the scarcity inside your mind. Now imagine you're sitting in a quiet cabin in the mountains. The window is open. The air is cool. Outside, the trees shift with the wind, slow and steady. This environment doesn't rush you. It doesn't pull you. It doesn't push you. It just exists. And so do you. FOMO cannot survive in a calm mind. It only lives in noise, panic, speed, and desperation. Now imagine bringing that cabin mindset into your trading. Imagine sitting at your desk without tension. Imagine watching the market without reacting. Imagine seeing a big candle fly and feeling absolutely nothing, not panic, not fear, not excitement. Just observation. Imagine seeing price move without you and simply saying, okay, not my trade, and moving on. Imagine having the mind of a sniper who waits hours, days, even weeks for the perfect shot. No rush, no pressure, just patience. This script will train that patience into you, but we must first travel deeper into the origin of FOMO. Because FOMO is not a trading problem. It is a human problem. Think back to childhood. Think about when everyone ran toward something and you didn't know why, but you ran too. Think about moments in school where you saw others succeed and you felt behind. Think about the pressure to fit in, to catch up, to not miss out. Humans evolved in tribes, and missing out meant danger. Your brain is still wired with ancient instincts. When the herd moves, your brain tells you to move with them. In trading, this instinct is deadly. Now close your eyes for a moment. Imagine the market as a river. Fast, powerful, unpredictable. Most traders jump into the river and let it carry them. You are not going to be one of those traders. You are learning how to stand on the bank, watching the water with clarity, deciding exactly when to step in and when to stay out. The river does not control you. You control when you enter it. Let's go into a story that reveals the deepest truth about FOMO. There was once a monk who lived high in the mountains. Every morning he walked to the same cliff and watched the sunrise. One day, a young man climbed the mountain to seek the monk's wisdom. When he reached the top, exhausted and frustrated, he asked, "Master, how do I stop suffering? How do I stop feeling anxious and afraid and desperate to control everything?" The monk smiled and said, "You suffer because you think the world owes you something. You suffer because you try to hold the river with your hands. Let the river flow." In trading, FOMO is the suffering that comes from trying to force the river. Trying to catch every candle. Trying to control every move. Trying to force the market to give you something it doesn't owe you. But when you release that need, when you allow the market to flow without you feeling threatened by it, you become free. Now imagine you're watching a trade run without you. Imagine the emotion rising, the pressure building, the urge to enter burning inside your chest. Now imagine doing nothing. Imagine letting the candle move without you and breathing through the discomfort. Imagine letting the market run and simply watching it like a cloud passing in the sky. That is mastery. That is psychological strength. Another story. A trader named Miriam spent years blowing accounts because she couldn't stop chasing moves. Every time the market took off, she followed. Every time she missed a move, she entered late. And every time she entered late, she lost. One day, her mentor asked her a question that changed everything. What if the trade you missed is not your loss? What if it is your protection? Miriam paused. She realized she had been treating every missed trade like losing money. But missed trades are not losses. They are part of the plan. They are the cost of discipline. They are you choosing long-term success over short-term excitement. After that day, Miriam stopped chasing. She started planning. She started journaling. She started becoming calm, and her entire trading life changed. Now let's breathe again. Slow, intentional, steady. Feel your mind settling. Every time you slow your breath, you reclaim power from your impulses. Every time you breathe slowly, you disconnect from the primitive part of your mind and reconnect with the strategic part. This breathing becomes your shield against FOMO. Let's go deeper into the cure, into the rewiring of your mind. Because FOMO can only exist when you believe that missing a trade is unacceptable. To cure it, you must train yourself to believe the opposite. Missing a trade is normal, healthy, and often the right choice. Repeat silently in your mind, "I do not need to catch every move. I only need to catch my moves." Again, "I do not need to catch every move. I only need to catch my moves." Let that sentence become part of your trading identity. Now let's explore something essential, the art of waiting. Waiting is painful for traders because waiting feels like doing nothing. But waiting is not nothing. Waiting is the act of choosing discipline over impulse, patience over panic, mastery over emotion. Waiting is the skill that separates professionals from gamblers. Imagine sitting by a lake with a fishing rod. The fish don't appear the moment you want them. You wait, you watch, you remain calm, you don't jump into the water to chase the fish. That's what FOMO traders do. They jump into the water. They chase, and in chasing, they scare away every opportunity. Now let's talk about the dangerous trade. The impulse trade, the trade that always calls your name right before it hurts you. The trade that looks exciting but is actually a trap. This is the trade FOMO creates. And the reason FOMO trades lose more often is because they are taken without structure. Without rules, without thinking. FOMO trades are emotional reactions to movement, not informed decisions. Imagine now a trader named Alex. Alex is talented, smart, analytical. But he has one weakness. He can't stand watching the market move without him. One night, he sees a massive bullish candle. His strategy says wait for a pullback. His plan says be patient. But his emotions scream, enter now. He clicks buy, and like a cruel joke, the candle reverses instantly. Alex loses. Again, he stares at his screen, frustrated, embarrassed. Then he recalls something he once heard. The candle that makes you emotional is the candle you should never enter. Let that line stay with you. Any candle that scares you, excites you, or pressures you is the candle you must avoid. Now breathe again, long and slow, because breathing brings you back into control. Let's shift now into something more internal, your beliefs about yourself. Because FOMO only controls traders who don't fully trust themselves. If you trusted your plan, you wouldn't break it. If you trusted your strategy, you wouldn't chase. If you trusted your ability, you wouldn't fear missing out. FOMO exists where self-trust ends. The cure, therefore, is rebuilding that trust. Imagine yourself writing in your trading journal. Slowly, thoughtfully, you write your rules. You write what setups you trade. You write what entries you avoid. You write what emotions sabotage you. You write your strengths. You write your weaknesses. And each word you write becomes a brick in the foundation of your new trading identity. A trader who is not controlled by impulse. Now imagine a scenario. You're watching the market approach your zone. Price moves slowly, teasing. You feel your body leaning forward, your breath quickening. But then you remember this script. You remember the cabin in the mountain. You remember the river. You remember the monk. You remember the stories. And you step back internally. You slow your breathing. And you wait. Even though the market tempts you. Even though your fear whispers. You wait. And then price finally reaches your zone. Your confirmation appears. You enter, not because of fear, but because of alignment. And the trade respects your plan. That moment, that feeling of entering when everything lines up, is what destroys FOMO. It replaces chaos with structure, emotion with clarity, panic with confidence. Now imagine another scene. You're watching a move happen without you. A beautiful move, the kind of move that would have made your whole week. And it hurts, not because you lost money, but because you weren't part of it. But instead of chasing, instead of entering late, instead of punishing yourself, you simply say, it wasn't my trade. This sentence becomes your grounding. This moment becomes your breakthrough. Another long breath. Let your shoulders relax. Let the tension dissolve. Let's go into the deepest psychological reason behind FOMO. Humans fear uncertainty, and the market is pure uncertainty. When you see a move without you, your brain convinces you that you must act to avoid pain. But the truth is the opposite. Acting when you should not act creates the pain you are trying to avoid. The brain chases comfort. The trader must chase discipline. Let's visualize another story. A trader named Rima spent years losing because of FOMO. One day she decided to do something radical. She told herself, for the next 30 days, I will take only the trades that hit my zone exactly. No exceptions. On day 1 she felt the pain deeply. She missed 2 perfect trades. On day 2 she felt it again. But then something unexpected happened. By day 10, she felt nothing when she missed moves. Her body didn't react. Her mind didn't panic. And by day 30, she had turned into a sniper. Her fear was gone. Her FOMO was gone. Her discipline was unbreakable. This is the transformation you are building. Slowly, breath by breath, decision by decision, day by day. Now let's talk about the cure in a practical sense. The cure has 3 pillars. The first pillar is understanding that opportunities in the market are unlimited. The river never stops flowing. Missing 1 drop of water does not matter. The second pillar is building a trading plan so clear, so specific, so structured that any trade outside the plan becomes invisible to you. Your plan becomes your filter. The third pillar is emotional conditioning. Training your mind to remain calm when the market moves without you. This conditioning happens through breathing, journaling, and visualization, everything you are experiencing in this script. Now let's explore another story. A trader named Hassan always chased breakouts. He couldn't help it, every big candle made him enter. One day his mentor told him, if you chase 1 candle, you chase them all. If you wait for 1 pullback, you wait for them all. Hassan wrote that sentence in his journal. He read it every day. And slowly, he rewired his instinct. When he saw a big candle, he didn't feel excitement, He felt caution. He didn't feel the urge to enter, he felt the urge to wait. And his entire trading life changed. Now breathe again. Slow, centered, calm. Let's dive into the emotional anatomy of a FOMO impulse. A FOMO impulse lasts only 3 to 7 seconds. That means the pressure you feel to enter quickly is not real, it is a temporary emotional spike. If you can control your breath for 7 seconds, you control your mind. Let's practice. Inhale, hold, exhale slowly. And imagine your FOMO dissolving with the breath. Now travel with me into another visual scene. You are in a dojo. A quiet room. A place where warriors train discipline. You stand before a wooden dummy, practicing slow, intentional movements. The master watches silently. After a long period of stillness, he says, "A warrior does not react to the first attack. He waits to see the second intention." This is trading. The first candle is not your signal. The first move is not your entry. You wait for the second intention. You wait for the market to confirm its direction. You wait for the setup to complete. Waiting becomes your strength, not your weakness. Now imagine a future version of yourself. A trader who no longer panics, no longer chases, no longer feels rushed. This version of you enters the market with calm confidence. This version watches candles fly without reacting. This version follows the plan, protects the account, respects the strategy, and grows steadily over time. This version of you exists. You are becoming that trader right now, in this moment. Let's go deeper into emotional discipline. FOMO makes you feel like the market is leaving you behind. But here's the truth. The market doesn't know you exist. It is not moving with or without you. It is simply moving. Your emotions create the illusion of urgency. When you dissolve that illusion, you dissolve FOMO. Take another long breath. Let's do a mental exercise. Imagine two traders looking at the same chart. Trader A sees a big bullish candle and thinks, "I'm missing the move." Trader B sees the same candle and thinks, "The move has already happened. I will wait for the pullback." One trader panics, the other observes. One loses, the other wins. The difference is not the chart, it is the mind. Now imagine yourself as trader B, calm, sharp, patient, unmoved by the emotional tricks of the market. Let's step into a deeper emotional layer. Comparison. FOMO grows stronger when you compare yourself to others. When you see other traders post profits. When you hear about someone catching a perfect trade. When you feel behind. But comparison is poison. You are not in competition with anyone. You are building your own journey, your own pace, your own mastery. Let go of comparison. Let go of envy. Let go of the need to match others. Now imagine a giant hourglass in front of you. Sand flowing slowly. Each grain represents an opportunity. There are countless grains. They never stop. The flow never ends. Missing one grain does not matter. Missing 10 grains does not matter. The flow is infinite, and so are your opportunities. Now let's talk about another important truth. The market rewards the trader who sits the longest, not the trader who clicks the most. People think trading success comes from winning trades, but success comes from avoiding bad trades. And FOMO is the creator of bad trades. Imagine a sniper in the desert, waiting. Days pass, no movement, no shot, but the sniper does not get impatient. He knows one shot is enough. He knows rushing is death. The sniper is not bored. He is focused. He is ready. This is the mindset you must build. Now let's explore another story. A trader named Sophia had a rule. She would only take 2 trades per day. No more, no less. But she struggled. She kept breaking the rule when she saw big moves. One day she put a sticky note on her monitor. Is this trade part of my plan or part of my fear? Every time she felt the urge to enter, she read the note. And gradually, her impulses weakened. Her discipline strengthened, and she became consistent. Little tools like this help. A sticky note, a journal, a mantra, a breathing exercise, a rule. These are the weapons that beat FOMO. Now breathe again. In, out. Feel the calm returning. Let's go into the emotional aftermath of FOMO. When you enter a bad trade, the pain is multiplied. You feel regret, shame, fear, frustration, disappointment. Your self-image is damaged. Your confidence breaks. You promise yourself you'll do better. And then the cycle repeats. But when you stop feeding FOMO, something magical happens. You begin to trust yourself. You feel proud of your discipline. You feel strong. You feel in control. And that emotional momentum builds. Discipline grows. Confidence grows. Consistency grows. Now imagine sitting in front of the charts tomorrow. You see movement. You feel the old urge. But this time, instead of reacting, you smile slightly. Because you recognize the old emotion. You see it, but it no longer controls you. You breathe slowly, you wait, and the urge fades. This is the cure working. This is your transformation. Let's go deeper into clarity. FOMO traders see candles emotionally. Disciplined traders see candles logically. FOMO traders think in minutes. Disciplined traders think in probabilities. FOMO traders think in excitement. Disciplined traders think in statistics. FOMO traders think they are losing opportunities. Disciplined traders think they are protecting capital. This difference in mindset is everything. Now imagine yourself walking through a busy marketplace. Vendors shout, people rush, the noise is overwhelming. This is how the market feels to emotional traders. Now imagine putting on noise-canceling headphones. Suddenly the chaos fades. You walk calmly through the space. You see everything clearly. You are not overwhelmed. You are not rushed. This is what discipline feels like. Now breathe again. In, out. Let's talk about something deeper. Self-worth. Many traders chase moves because they feel like they need to prove something. To themselves, to others, to the world. They chase because they're ashamed of being behind. But trading is not a race. It is a craft. A craft you master slowly. A craft you refine with time. A craft that rewards those who grow step by step. Another story. A trader named Lucas lost everything twice because of FOMO. One day, while crying in frustration, he realized something. He was rushing because he was ashamed of how long success was taking. That shame pushed him to chase trades. When he stopped being ashamed of being a beginner, he stopped rushing. And his entire emotional state changed. Now imagine removing that pressure from yourself. Imagine removing the need to rush your success. Imagine being okay with slow, consistent progress. Let's talk about your relationship with the chart. Many traders approach the chart like a battlefield, tense, anxious, aggressive. But the chart is not your enemy. The chart is not trying to trick you. The chart is simply a reflection of human behavior. When you see it with calm observation, you begin to understand it deeply. When you see it with emotion, you misunderstand it. Your job is not to fight the market. Your job is to understand it. Now imagine you are watching the chart like a scientist watching a natural phenomenon. Detached, curious, calm, no emotional attachment, just observation. Let's breathe again, slow and steady. Now let's enter a visualization exercise. Close your eyes and imagine a bright blue sky. No clouds, no wind, just stillness. Imagine your mind becoming like that sky. Thoughts pass like birds, but they don't disturb the sky. Emotions pass like breezes, but they don't stay. The sky remains calm. This is your trading mind. Still, clear, unmoving. Now envision a candle forming on the chart. It grows quickly, like a flash of lightning. But your sky remains unchanged. You see the candle, but it does not disturb you. You do not chase it. You do not react. You simply observe, and it passes. And then the market returns to your planned zone. And you enter calmly. This visualization trains your mind to detach from impulse. Now let's talk about the long-term view. Success in trading does not come from one trade, or 1 week, or 1 month. It comes from thousands of decisions made from a place of clarity. FOMO decisions destroy accounts. Disciplined decisions build accounts. Imagine compounding good decisions day after day. Imagine looking back 1 year from now and realizing that the single skill that changed your life was mastering your emotions. Now imagine yourself at the end of a long trading day. You journal with calmness. You reflect on your decisions. You analyze your emotions. You learn from your mistakes. You refine your plan. And you feel proud. Now breathe again, soft and slow. Let's go into another story. A trader named Ivy used to cry after losing because of FOMO. She felt like she had no control. One day she decided to do something new. She started practicing delayed entry. Every time she felt the urge to enter impulsively, she forced herself to wait 1 full candle. That delay alone saved her thousands of dollars. She realized how often her impulses were wrong. And she realized how often patience would have protected her. This simple technique transformed her trading. You can use this too. Delay your entry when you feel pressure. If the trade is real, it will still be valid. If it's emotional, it will reveal itself. Now let's deepen your inner training. Imagine yourself sitting at your desk. The chart is open. You feel urges, impulses, emotions rise like waves. But you sit still. You breathe. The waves come, but they pass. They don't knock you over. They don't push you into a trade. They simply pass. And then the water becomes calm again. You realize that emotions are not commands. They are suggestions. And you choose which ones to act on. Now imagine the next time you trade. The market will move unpredictably. It will tempt you. It will test you. but you will remain centered. You will remember this script. You will breathe. You will wait. You will choose discipline. This is the cure, and the cure becomes your identity. A calm trader, a patient trader, a disciplined trader, a trader who no longer fears missing out. Now breathe again, slowly. Feel the peace in your body. Feel the clarity returning. We are approaching the final transformation. Imagine your future self again. A year from now, you look calm, confident, skilled. You take fewer trades but bigger profits. Your emotions no longer control you. You trust your plan. You trust your strategy. You trust yourself. And when you see the market move without you, you feel nothing. Not fear, not panic, not urgency, just acceptance, because you know something deeper now. Another opportunity is coming, and you will be ready. Now breathe. One final slow breath. You are becoming the trader you always wanted to be. The trader who does not chase. The trader who does not rush. The trader who does not fear missing out. The trader who lets the river flow. The trader who acts with clarity, calmness, and confidence. The trader who is free inside. FOMO is no longer your master. Discipline is, and this is how your account begins to grow. Slowly, steadily, strongly, trade after trade, decision after decision, day after day. You have the cure now. You carry it in your breath, in your mind, in your discipline, in your identity. And from this moment forward, you are no longer a trader controlled by emotion. You are a trader guided by mastery. Your transformation begins now.